tweak it. Okay.
Let me use the headset so I can monitor things here.
Okay. You want me with one of these two?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long couple weeks.
Yeah.
What's It's been a while since we talked.
Yeah.
How's it been going?
It's been going great, just taking my time with the material.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff, but it's cool. It's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any new discoveries in the last couple weeks that's kind of rocked your world a little bit?
Yeah, honestly, just been learning about the cultures and subcultures, and in sociology, we're learning about the different classes, and so, for example,
Like economic classes?
Yes.
Like-
Socioeconomic classes. So you have the poor. It's like the doubly disadvantaged, and they're poor kids that have gone to public schools. So when they get to a place like this, they're lost.
Yeah.
Kind of. Then you have the privileged poor, which they're the poor class, but somehow they were in suburbs or went to private school, and they have like kind of a leg up because they're used to the cultures of the rich class,
Yeah.
etiquettes and like the taste and the language, how you speak and all that. And we were focusing basically on those two, as opposed to like the kids that their parents pay for everything. They don't have to pay for anything. They have their new car, everything, everything. The rich people making $300,000 or more. That was that class. And it's quite fascinating to see how we unravel as human beings. And they're saying how this education system sets up the future generations. So the poor class, their jobs, they don't make any more money than their parents, basically. And then the privileged poor have a leg up, but it's a 50% chance that they make more than their parents.
Yeah.
And so the rich class, they're making as much or more than their parents. So that early education is like important for the socioeconomic class later on, also like generational. So you have some poor people who break out of that and bring generational wealth to their family in their future, because then now their kids they have the education. The kids don't know, but when you look at the patterns, you're like, holy moly, like, yeah, they're learning at a higher level and they get a better job way down the road just because of it. And I think that was like kind of like a whoa, wake up call.
I grew up here. I grew up in Collinsville, so just north of here, right on the edge of rural, I would call it. Like I would still call it suburb, and
yes,
still part of like Tulsa Public School-ish stuff. But I remember like the education just sucked for everybody. Yeah. Like it wasn't I remember like for me, school was a cakewalk. High school was no problem at all.
Wow.
I never studied, never had to, I could just BS my way through classes and it'd be fine. Like it was never an issue. And then I knew kids who struggled and to try to get through. And then there were the people who were even smarter than me who were like sleeping through class, like that were going through all that stuff.
Yeah.
But for all of them, that sucked because like for the person who was super, super smart and sleeping through all the class, they didn't get any practice studying. So when they go off to college, They don't have any experience. They don't know how to study. They don't know how to
Right.
do anything like that. And then like for me, it was the same thing. Like it was a cakewalk through class, and then I had like other stuff. I had ADHD and stuff like that that gave me problems, but it was a similar thing. I go to college my first time. I went to college. My freshman year was 2009. Like that was my first attempt at college.
Yeah.
And I was going to be a music education major. I was going to be a band director.
Yes.
And I am so glad that didn't work out. But
Yeah.
like I didn't have any interest in school. I just wanted to do music. I just wanted to do band, hang out with my buddies, and that was it. So I didn't go to class. I didn't do anything. I didn't study, and I failed out.
Yeah.
So it took the Marine Corps to get me into shape.
Yeah.
And then even that, it took another almost decade for me to come back a third time to finish.
I have a similar story to that too.
So but my point is like those schools, they're teaching to some curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
They're teaching to like, we need to check some boxes. We need to get a certain grade score across the thing, but that doesn't prepare the kids for school at all.
No.
And that to me is the biggest, like if we're not going to do that, like if I don't want to get on my soapbox because education to me is probably like the silver bullet of everything. Everything is
education. Period.
Yes. But if we're not going to do that, if we're not going to go, okay, you know what, we're going to prepare these kids for school. We're not going to prepare them for college. But we can try to prepare them for life.
Yes.
Then we need to change the curriculum. It needs to be, how do you do your taxes? How do you buy a car? How do you buy a house?
Yes.
It needs to be practical skills that an adult, you can go, hey, listen, if you're going to go off to a trade school, go make a bunch of money. That's fine. But you also, like, we're going to prepare you for, like, life. We're going to prepare you for the things that it's not going to come up in a classroom, even in college. Like, we're going to take care of that.
Yeah, there are core lessons, but I also am observing now as you're talking that there are some things that will help you both in life and in college. It's called discipline. Discipline carries you past when you don't have motivation, whether you have motivation or not. When you have motivation, you're trucking through it. Yeah. And when you don't, discipline carries you past that. So whether you want to go to trade school, whether you want to succeed in life, or you want to succeed in college, discipline. And I think private school not only does that, discipline, but also there's like extra care to the level of learning. Because if you think about it, college and any education is, can you read, write, and do math?
Yeah.
The critical thinking and all that too is added, but it's like, and memorization and all that, but can you read, can you write, and can you do math? Like, and discipline, like learning that stuff at a higher rate. I mean, it's kind of like something that I had to learn over and over. I did my third time around in college.
This is my third time.
Yeah, and now I'm killing it, man. I'm killing it.
Same here.
And it's because I learned the discipline. It's really what it is. It's like, do you want this? Yes. Okay. Then build everything around this right here. Until you get it done, finishing things. Yeah. And this social media and all that, I had to delete all my social media, all the little games, all the little things that made me want like that instant gratification, because I'm putting off my gratification in this system here. Yeah. It's a totally different thing. Yeah. So really now you're thinking about, everybody's got the same amount of resources. Maybe I didn't learn how to do this because I didn't go to private school or anything. It's a little harder, but guess what? I'm gonna if I want to, I can get it done. Yes. It just takes discipline, man, and sticking to it. I think that's the bottom line.
Yeah, and I agree. But I think another thing that separates like the wealthy from those who don't have is the ability to fail.
Okay.
Like,
and not care. Keep going.
Like if I fail a class, right? If I'm paying for everything and I fail a class, I got to pay for that class again.
Yeah, right.
Right? Like,
yeah.
A wealthy person's going to go, I'll just take it again next semester.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
They don't have to worry about that. I'm on the GI Bill.
Mm-hmm.
So like even still, like if I fail a class, I still have to I still have to take that class, but that class I either have to pay for it or I have to take a full semester, a full 12 hours in order for the GI Bill to pay for it.
Right.
So like that's the other side of things is they can fail. Like if your parents go, "Hey, you've just finished school and you want to do XYZ, whatever the job is, whatever you're going to start your own business." They're going to go, here's 300 grand to start your business. And if that fails, I mean, they might be pissed, but nobody's going to go into, generational debt on something like that.
That's true. That's
so
true. Yeah. We have to be more strategic with our stuff.
Yes. But that means like, that's why it's like, it's the running joke. It's like fine art and like fine dining and everything is for rich people because they can afford it.
Right.
I can afford to go to a 3-star restaurant and I want to give me peanut butter and jelly. Like I'm going to get me
for now
because that's all I can get. But I'm not gonna I can't just do that. That can't be a whim thing.
That's the thing too. See, like you just brought me to another thing is I don't have a backup plan, and because I don't have a backup plan, I'm going gun ho. I'm not retaking this class, so I'm gonna do everything I can. Oh man, if I can't get an A, I'm getting a B.
Yeah.
Like. So what happens is like I don't have a social life.
Yeah.
Because this is it. I live, sleep, breathe, work. And that's, I think, when you want something enough and it's proven over and over, then, like, man, who's going to stop me? Who's going to stop a freight train?
Yeah.
Like, the braking distances, like, once I'm going down here, like, I dare someone get in the way.
Yeah.
They're going to get ripped apart. I'm putting everything on this.
Yeah.
I remade and reshaped myself for this journey.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a ferocity, go get resources. Like before coming here, man, I was living paycheck to paycheck, borderline almost got homeless, no car, riding the bus or walking everywhere. And I finally, like, I completed my associates. Now I have a car, now I'm in my bachelor's, things eased up a bit, but it's like the universe was wondering, do you really want this?
Yeah.
And if you do, the universe doesn't speak our language. It sees our path. Dang, this guy back and forth a whole 2 years in this institution where people graduate and go on to do something else. Yeah, let's bring him some stuff, He wants this. They see the pattern, the footsteps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do think like you talk about not having a backup plan, like when you're in that lower socioeconomic class,
dude.
I mean, you're 2 paychecks away from.
I'm telling you, man.
Like, you can't afford the rest of the semester. Like you can't afford
food.
Yeah. Like you're.
Yeah.
It's a
rent.
It's a thing, man.
It's a thing, and I experienced this, dude. Like, literally, like, walking for 40 minutes after school, back home, because I can't afford an Uber ride, and the bus is an hour. Yeah. The bus is an hour. It's a 40-minute walk. Like, I'm not going to wait, for the bus to get here and then ride an hour. There's a lot of things that when you're down at the bottom, you think about that people, when they have money, they don't. But, like, sometimes these guys that have money are not motivated. As motivated as these guys who know how to be mutable because they're used to the struggle. So it's really like, it feels almost like Twilight scenario, vampires versus werewolves, like, Yeah, man. But I'm proud of us.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we're doing this and we're showing the other people that are coming up it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. Our job, we were asked the impossible, to do the impossible. But our job is not to think about if it's possible or not. Our job is to do it and see where it goes.
Yeah.
And the rest, you see all these people following now, like, oh, we're giving them permission to do what we're doing. And, and I look at the greats, and I also look up to them. And, sometimes I tear up because I'm like, wow, I'm really doing this, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is crazy, you know, but it's getting done.
Yeah.
You know, it makes my hair stand up. And I think about people like us, man, like all the time. And that's why I don't mind, like, let's gel. Let's do stuff together because, you know, we're building a network, a family, and we're going to do this together. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to be awesome. We're going to be great. And I appreciate OSU for what they've done and the resources that they have, bringing classes here to Tulsa so we don't have to go somewhere else. You know, all these resources that OSU are allowing us to be here and succeed as well, you know, kind of like making up for what we didn't have, man. Man, it's a great feeling to be here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to talk to you again.
Good to see you,
I'm
man.
hoping to do it again next week.
Absolutely, dude.
So we got a few more weeks left in the semester. We're almost halfway through.
Yeah. Oh, man.
When do you set to graduate?
The fall of next year.
Of 2026 or 2027?
2026, actually.
So less than a year.
Yeah, it'll be actually, I think it's going to be in the summer of next year. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then I'm in medical school.
Okay. Yeah, you talk about trying to put in hours now.
Oh, yeah, no, dude. I'm working out the muscles, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you're in preschool right
now.
Yeah,
I'm in
compared
preschool.
To what that is.
Oh,
like,
God.
You're playing with Play-Doh.
Yeah, yep. I feel it. I feel the pressure. The heat is coming up.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. I'm glad you joined me again today.
Dude, awesome to be here, man.
Love to have you.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
hopefully this time last time I did this 3 weeks ago, and I still haven't edited those.
Yeah.
Because I've been just swamped. Yeah. So I'm hoping to get everything edited and out soon.
Yeah. You get it done.
So
I'm supporting you, man.
Yeah.
100%.
Awesome.
Thank you, bro.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome. It's also good to just BS for a little bit.
Yeah, for real, bro.